record deal. I'm so raw, I'm so real. If you haven't heard about me, I'm a big fucking deal.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? This is the fast-paced, hardcore, fast-paced breakdown explaining the whole Indongo versus Sergey Lipinets and why the IBF might be stripping Indongo for not facing his mandatory Sergey Lipinets, okay? All right. Indongo faced Ednar Tronowski back in December. Right, December 3rd, 2016, all right? Now, if you guys don't know, Indongo was ranked number 15 in the IBF, man. He was a voluntary defense. He wasn't a mandatory defense. Okay, long story short, he gets the knockout. Boom, it's done. He's got the IBF and the IBO belt, right? Now, with that being said, in the rules book in the IBF, if the champion loses to the voluntary, contender, top contender in the top 15, that contender that won in the belt, the IBF belt, has to face the top, the mandatory within 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Or pick up the pick up the champion's mandatory date, okay? So with that being said, not too long after that, I want to believe it was like December 10th, you had Sergey Lipinets versus Lenny Zepagina, something like that. Lenny Zepagina. If I'm saying this guy's name right, they were ranked. Lenny was ranked number 3, and Sergey, he was ranked number 4. They fought for the number 1 spot. There was a vacant spot for the number 1 spot to be the mandatory. They fought for it. Sergey Lipinets, I believe, won by knockout. So, with that being said, even though Indongo became the champion and he had to face his mandatory, which became Sergey Lipinets like a week later, he still had the option of defending his belt, having a voluntary defense. But he did have to face Sergey Lipinets within a 6-month time period. So with that being said, he fought, who did he fight? Ricky Burns, right? He fought Ricky Burns to unify that WBA belt, to pick up that WBA belt April 15th of 2017, right? And so right after that unification match, everybody's, the story, man. Everybody's calling for, Indongo versus Terrence Crawford, who has the what does he got? The WBC belt and the WBO belt, right? He too is a unified champ. So Indongo, he's got like 3 belts. He's holding on to IBF, the WBA. They technically, man, they really don't count the IBO belt as far as like the 4 major sanctioning bodies. So, but Terrence Crawford, he's got the other 2 major belts, which is the WBC and WBO. Okay, WBO is kind of like it's on like the tail end. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the top 4. All right. So anyway, long story short, you had this uproar of everyone getting upset, blaming Sergey Lipinets, pointing fingers, talking about he's holding up the unification match. No, it's Indongo who's holding up the unification match, because he could have easily have fought, Sergey Lipinets prior to, but he made the decision. He wanted to become a unified champion, but what he has to do is take his responsibility as being the IBF champ who's going to hold those belts, and hold that belt and face his mandatory, which is Sergey Lipinets. 6 months is up. You know what I'm saying? His 6 months is up, and he has an obligation to meet. And I mean, what do you want, Sergey Lipinets to wait another 6 or 12 months for his chance to fight Indongo to become a champion, when the stakes in the rule book that he has, that it's well within his rights to fight Indongo in a 6-month time period. Come on, man. Well, I just wanted to present the facts. It's not my opinion or anything like that. I just wanted to present facts of why Indongo is being stripped, by the IBF. And the IBF, it says in their rules book that they have carte blanche, or what do you want to say? they it's up to the champions, chairman, and president to do as they will within the regulations and everything like that. But as far as policy and everything is concerned, what's written up in their guidelines and rules and regulations, Indongo had his voluntary within a 6-month time period, which he's allowed, and he still has to face his mandatory within 6 months. All right, thank you very much for listening. Bye.